Do you have it? Do you have the book I seek?
A haughty-looking undead woman, unmasked, surveys the ground around her, seeking something. Suddenly, her head swivels, and she trains an imperious gaze upon you.
What side do you...
Her voice is clipped and detached, with metallic overtones.
Wait. I can hear it. I can... Malevolence. I can... There must be one to be found somewhere. Do you have it? Do you have the book I seek? Found the little corpse-related book I seek yet? Splendid! My thanks for your help. Perhaps we will meet again in the Hall of Echoes someday. I'm just going to find a...
The Master? The Shadow Age? The Crawler? He has 10,000 names, all...
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. There is much weakness in Revelation. What upper hand you had, you've lost.
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an unknown measure.
I stand corrected. It is in the revelation that you show your upper hand.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink?
He pours 2 glasses of wine, hands you one with a polite nod of the head.
Cheers.
The echo of your glasses clinking billows through the forest, disharmonized only by the vicious chattering of demon teeth.
To your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jehan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source. Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes. I will teach you if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit. But needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now I've managed to track him down to the island over yonder.
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction but grey water and a thick mist in which ghoulish shapes seem to form and fade.
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Death fog surrounds the island, and through death fog even I cannot pass. Indeed, you can pass through the fog unscathed. As for the creature you will find on the other side, consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher. Then let me shake your hand. The demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have to do is say no. Above all else, remember that. Death fog obscures any approach and hangs thick over the collapsed bridge that led to the isle from the Driftwood Road. There is more than the mist alone there, though. Magic that evades my eyes. I also spotted a sloop further down the shoreline. But of course, a quiet afternoon's boating trip will be quite ruined once one hits death fog-shrouded water. That is to say, no living thing would survive such a trip.
He smiles, like one would at a child, asking about the birds and the bees.
I know because I've known others like you. Those whose fates are chained, for better or for worse, to that of the gods themselves. I have battled the foe of foes, and conquered it. For a while. I have sat in perfumed gardens with the source herself, drank life from her very lips. I have seen well over 2,000 springs, and will continue to do so until time itself closes its weary eyes. Trust me, I know what you are, and what you can be. It is a place of irony, if you will. Once the site of an academy dedicated to the art of demon hunting, now the remnant of a dream sliced open into nightmare. Rumor has it an exorcism went wrong there long ago, and for a short time a great demon stood unopposed. Had it not been for Dr. Deva, the entirety of Reaper's Coast could have looked like Blood Moon Island looks today. He contained the demon and its blood spawn to the doomed shores of the Isle, surrounded it with death fog. I met him once, during a soiree in Arx. Quite the eccentric is Dr. Deva. But then again,
He looks you up and down.
aren't we all? May you want...
There's a boat, dock. Perhaps it may take us to the island.
Shall I take you to the island? I shall. Step this way. All aboard. A trifling amount, I'm sure you'll agree. Payable in advance, of course. But that makes no sense. Think about it. You don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side, out of fear that he'll murder you midstream, rob your corpse, and dump you in the water. If murder was on my mind, I could do the job right here. Payment in advance. All aboard. Well done. You made it through. I'm amazed. In the interest of efficiency and to ensure my quick return to the mainland, please...
Made it.
What lies ahead looks even less welcoming.
The advocate has been waiting.
The knight leans in, a strange look of panic in his eyes that doesn't quite match his powerful voice.
Go! We have waited.
Faith in them, darling. That is all we need.
The statue is even stranger, a shard of polished iron.
Quite the crowd.
How can I tell if he's to be trusted? Oh, it's you.
She pointedly ignores you.
What's this? I found something.
The strange floating thing gestures emphatically with bloody tendrils.
Faith in these promised outsiders.
He has faith in them, darling. That is all we need.
Close, watching. But not for you, for Marston.
Quite the crowd.
How can I tell if he's to be trusted? Oh, it's you. I'm a demon, not a poodle. None of yours. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The lizard's eyes are dark as polished coal, void of all light. A faint frost seems to cover the cracked and broken scales around his mouth.
You have a reputation for both malfeasance and chaos. Imagine my surprise when it took you so long to find your way here. I see the miasma surrounding our islet certainly did not hinder you. Well, here you stand, in the flesh, so to speak. And a finer collection of corpusculae I never have seen. I trust you are not opposed to a mutually beneficial accord between civil and gentle persons. Likewise, I am sure. But I am not here to bandy niceties. Our situation is somewhat less than ideal. I am here at the behest of my master to offer you a simple exchange. An offer of aid for the promise of aid. The epitome. You and he possess a common foe. The power behind the Voidwoken has made our lives hell, so to speak, since the Divine Order unleashed Death Fog against the Black Ring and those darling woodland creatures. And as the gods have shirked their duty, perhaps we could come to a mutually beneficial arrangement pertaining to both of our objectives. Indeed, I can offer you the source channel that you seek forthwith, as a gesture of good faith. Indeed, the creatures that strut about this realm so often do. Very well, I can see them straining against your teeth. Unleash them, Godwoken. Ask your questions. My master's identity is of no practical consequence in this matter. You need concern yourself with nothing barring the truth that my master always honors his vows. Your smoldering, half-demon pet can attest to that. One may ask, one may inquire, but one should be eternally wary of what one demands. And one should heed that twicefold for information like this. There is power in names, power far, far beyond the limits of your skull. I'll not deliver that power unto him. Have you lost all appreciation for sound along with your ears? I will not speak that name. Why, the only thing you truly desire, or certainly the only thing you truly need, I will reveal unto you the location of the Council of Seven. My master has dealt with many of your ilk. Small-minded creatures with a hunger for power, out to save themselves or loved ones or the world, some fantasy or another. But all are willing to strike a covenant if it means their success. One was even willing to give up the location of this council to earn my master's boon. How felicitous that you merely have to spill a little blood to earn the same. She is the one that comes to me, helm in hand, in a sad attempt to beg and snivel her way out of previous and quite binding contracts. Alas, I am not at liberty to say more. My master values privacy above all else. He would not take it kindly if he discovered I had been indiscreet. My master has been troubled by the presence of the Void as it creeps ever forward, encroaching on areas in which he himself once ruled supreme. None more so than this island. There is a tree at this island's core which has special significance to my master. Think of it as hallowed, sacrosanct ground. But the Black Ring maggots writhe all about its trunk. And you will exterminate these termites. It is simplicity itself, in truth. Because it is expeditious to do so. My master would have this isle cleared as quickly as possible.
The lizard looks about to make sure no one else can hear, leans in and whispers conspiratorially.
And if you are to become the new divine, I would much rather be an ally than a foe. After all, the power you wield will be as a great... There are legions that would follow you, myself included. Your power would be unfathomable. Assuming, of course, you take it for your...
You're here to work. Are you also here to trade? I have much to show. Your friend wanted a new deal. We have a wager. Some say she succeeds. Some say not. Good. Tell me, how do you bet? For the half-blood or against? She's your friend, not mine. Good. Now, see what happens. Until then, do you wish to trade? You like your nose? Then do not stick it where it's not welcome. We are where we are meant to be. I trade, you have coin.
The tree is surrounded, and the Advocate has us skipping stones.
Shh. Dark words should not sully those honeyed lips. All will be well.
Vapid fiction, along with a large helping of ham.
The Meister sits.
What news? Can you channel enough source? Then why, pray? Looky here, Bob.
That doesn't sound promising, does it?
The little boy lobs a stone across the river. It makes a long arc.
Oh, Ma, are you all right?
A screech like metal dragging.
You have to help her, but you can't see her. She's in the house, and those things are all around. There was a fight. They killed everyone, and my mom got them to chase her, and she went. I'm not trying to stop them. Just you maybe you can cross the river. Yeah,
His gaze shoots.
I'll keep distracting him.
He performs a
Now go out. Oh! Ma, can you hear me? Ma,
And who are you? Oh, never mind, no time. Hurry on in and gear up. There's a void broken right out the front door. Lay low? My eye. I'm getting those bugs off my front lawn. You in? By the 7, I got all the fixings.
They're at the back door. Car.
Ready, set, squash!
I'll yield to none.
Ugh, they got me good. There you are, my good-looking lad. And how's my little spider monkey doing?
Spider monkey? You mean dragon?
Come here, you.
Mother and son fall into a tight embrace. One tear rolls down Mari. Mari seems oblivious to you. Her eyes are closed, her lips turned in...
My boy, my good boy.
Hey, wait, one sec. Ma, this is my friend. Friend, this is Ma. Ma made it.
Thank the gods. Oh, thank the mum. And our friend here too. Believe it when I see it. but I know a good arm when I see one. I'll tell my cousin Ryman what you did. He's real high up in the Order, and he's visiting Driftwood as we speak. Could be he has some good work for you. Some dwarves, locals, attacked a Magister caravan. Must have been Voidwoken must have sensed them. Came in formation like a proper battalion. Never seen anything like it. No match for the bomber pair at the Bridgeside Cottage. Right, Baron?
As rain.
We're off into town. Best of...
More than water down here. Wonder where it leads. What's this? I found something. What's this? I found something.
Look who's come. Oh, but you do get around, don't you?
He takes a satisfied sniff and rubs his hands together.
When it comes to graveyards, I'm a kid in a candy shop. All sorts of goodies and gewgaws for the taking. And a bit of rousing conversation. If you know what to dig, that is. Ah, it's a quandary, you see. I'm not exactly welcome in the Stone Garden. The servants that tend the graves, well, their master, this Riker fellow, caught me nosing around, so he had them chase me off. The spirits within are particularly feisty as well. Can't say why. I'm as gentle as can be. Alas, I'm stuck sniffing out herbs and fungi on the outskirts.
He presses a forefinger against his chin and hums.
This is when having access to a godwoken might come in handy. You see, beyond the gates, there's something that my heart, such as it is set on. Well, that's the gold-plated question it is. I dare say you'll enjoy this story. Somewhere in this graveyard lies an object of tremendous power. Belonged to a family buried near here, the Surreys. I've been reading up on them. An ancient clan of eccentrics and oddballs. Fascinating people. Oh, Joanna was the last. The poor, poor, poor dear. Had no money, no children, just this incredible heirloom passed down to her through the generations. Problem is, no one knows what this object is. Only that it's an astounding piece of work. Seems Joanna took its secrets to her grave. Rather literally.
His coy grin freezes.
Hours spent on scholarship are never hours wasted.
Tarquin sighs and his lips unfreeze. For a moment he looks almost modest.
It pains me to say, but you've talents in the adventuring department that I do not. This heirloom could prove valuable for both of us. Beautiful.
He looks toward the grave.
I do wish I could wander inside. It would be nice to look.
The dead here stir. I hear their whispers. Let's see what spirits.
At first glance, the spirit nods.
This spirit's as haunted as the graveyard it roams. Grand altar indeed. Lizard death rites are nothing if not dramatic.
The spirit sings a long... The all-consuming fires rage nearby, and...
It's hard not to feel some pride. I watched an elf spend hours trying to force his way into a lizard's chest. He did not leave empty-handed, unfortunately.
The spirit gives you a...
An elven ancestor tree just ahead. Oh,
The spirit ignores your The spirit ignores your... The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep... You were a scion, but then you hear a voice. A friendly whisper from... Grateful, you accept. In an instant, you are an elf once more, walking... At last, he bids you... The thought occurs. The scion replaced one bad deal with another.
To trade one's soul.
The roots of a great... The spirit ignores your... The roots of a great ancestor tree reach from deep underground to the surface above and...
down here! Mind if this magnitude shouldn't be cut. Don't worry.
The skeleton tries to brush the dirt from his clattering bones, then frowns. The moistest bits are
Thanks. You're probably looking for a reward, but I haven't got much. Except, you know, the wisdom of the ages.
He pokes a finger against his ossified head.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see. Not much else to be, what with all that thinking time. Oh, but I don't just go around giving knowledge away like a common medium.
The skeleton pauses and sighs, then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits. Then the cosmos itself will decide who can better face the truth of our own essence, me or you. But I'm sure you'll be just fine. Oh, how fun. Just touch this bone on my rib cage here, right?
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to pull your finger away.
All right, mister. Deep thought. First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge. Pretty great answer, eh? Can you do better?
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance. A shattering shiver passes through the skeleton's body from toe to head.
Well, but... Let's just move on to the next question. Tell me, Sammy Smarty Pants, is there such thing as free will? I say no. The gods guide our every move. I dare you to outsmart me now. How could I have been so simple when the truth is so vast? Well, I won't let you outshine me again.
The skeleton hangs his head low, then yanks it upwards again.
Is there a difference between right and wrong? The truth is that there is not. Only action and consequence. Oh-ho! I got you there.
You feel the bond break between your finger and the skeleton. You...
I can't...
What's this?
I found something.
You there! Help me, please! Some thoughtless fool buried me in this grave to be left as fodder. The eternal fire burns in the lizard quarter of the cemetery. I beg you, cast my... I should have...
These must be the remains of that lizard spirit. Just as he said.
My remain... You have done me a great service, friend.
Human graves. May the dead stay forever at rest. Too heavy. I've spotted something.
Lasting flame.
A sinner I, and who...
Come on, mistress. Hear me. Heed me.
Zimski mutters to himself as he traces sigils in the dirt. He spies you, and a shrewd look brightens his eyes. He stretches out a hand, showing you a solid...
Heads or tails?
He flips the coin high in the air. It twinkles...
Unlucky. All my life I served Lady Luck, and see how it ends.
Turning from you, he crouches back to the dirt. He resumes tracing...
You seek to call her too? Oh, now I cannot influence even a coin toss. But you breathe. I'll wager you've more use for my gifts than I do. Here, tell me what you truly value. If my lady sees fit, I'll give you good enough.
He smiles a foxy smile as he begins to trace sigils on your flesh. Though you cannot feel his fingers upon your skin, he croons incantations as he works, and his voice...
Now you feel her touch. Now, Lady Luck...
As you reach to push
A little sorcerer, come to play. You are a sorcerer, are you not? Perhaps even...
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the...
Enter.
The face melts back in... The dog growls and slobber drips from the dog's bared fangs, where the driblets... The dog growls. The dog raises its head.
Human graves. May the dead stay forever at rest.
Here lies Philian Surrey, whose family's generous patronage helped build these burial grounds, and who refused to be buried in the Surrey crypt. The servant emits a... The creature warns you. The servant's guttural...
To see an elf burn...
What's this? I found something. Won't budge. Monument to dwarven lives lost.
The spirit is dressed in tattered ceremonial garb.
My faithful eagles work still. They know their due. See my feather fall here, prime among my flock. He won't leave my body till naught remains but bleached bone. Hurts, my dear boy, no. He eats to free me. To free this spirit from no ordinary.
We were picked up
You
by
watch yours. Word is that they'll be walking about with your god woken, ain't ya? Don't ask me why.
Two dwarven spirits at loggerheads. In a flash, you are both of them, brother and sister. Your feminine side is a rebel. Right as the brother, you rescue your sister from the pikes of the Royal Guard. You are the sister, and you know that something is wrong. You climb the stairs to both of you die, but your killers do right by their fellow dwarves and bring you here to lay you to rest. As spirits, you fight for eternity. One convinced that the Queen is a tyrant, the other that your treason was wrong. The sister smiles.
Watching the birds, and it means that elf ain't getting his claws on my corpse. Not mine specifically, but he creeps from...
A grim expression passes across her face.
The dead don't rest easy in this garden.
Not bad. He lives in the big house by the gate. I ain't about to wonder the less I see of him.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping...
We are an inspiration to our people.
Not inspiration, we're an example!
We died glorious deaths.
Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. You see myriad wings.
We are an inspiration to our people.
A lifeless elven child is cradled in your arms to a raised valley, but...
We're an example!
The sister has found...
You watch yourself. Word is that your God don't ask me.
The sister has... The sister has...
Watching the birds, and it means that elf ain't getting his claws on. Not mine specifically.
A grim expression passes across her...
The dead don't rest easy in this. He lives in the less I...
The eagle glows.
There was no glory and no point to it either.
We are an inspiration to our people.
Not inspiration, we're an example!
This creature is as blank as a silent monk.
The lizard hums tune.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarf.
She looks to your left with one eye.
Stone garden, keeping watch.
She ekes out a few more notes, then smiles at you.
It helps me remember. Remember, sometimes they don't stay.
She flinches as...
No.
Her humming fades.
Riker might get mad.
She shivers and whispers.
Powerful sorcerer. Lives here, right in the garden.
She points at her...
The servants. They got nothing up there. Riker has it all now. They need to be freed. Only the servants.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds. The masked... The servant emits a... The creature warns... The servant's gut... Did you expect a needle? As you reached
a little, you are.
Silence.
Enter.
The face melts.
Neat. I've always wanted to explore a haunted house. What's this? I found something.
Truly beautiful poetry on the page. A visitor. Such a rare and exquisite pleasure, especially from one so unliving.
The elf tilts his head backwards, but his squinted eyes don't stray from...
Call me Riker. Please, do avail yourself of my creature comforts. You've sure... Look around you, good sir. I live among the graves, and yet I suspect there's even more to know about you. So much potential, but still so naive. It is my very business to know things. I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and hums.
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely You must go to the Black Pits. There's a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone...
He points to the location on...
Bring it to...
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel Amadia's presence. The episode passes. Riker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
It's a miracle of the ancients. Priceless, really. I won't bore you with further detail. Suffice it to say, it is safer in my hands than in theirs. I would think that obvious, my good fellow. You're dying to show... I can help you with that. I can share my bond with the soul.
Riker's lips stretch and his cheeks bulge.
I'm a man of taste, as you no doubt see. A relic this significant would be a promise you'd best.
Riker bows his...
Then you'll have the... Now, please...
This is quite the antiques collection. This is quite the antiques collection. No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism.
I smell sauce in the air. And something else, too. Something rancid.
I trust that our bargain reaches a satisfactory conclusion. Well, see that you find...
Careful. I've spotted a trap. This is quite the antiques collection. Good find. Careful now. That's a trap. Flesh and bone severed and stitched. A rather sordid brand of necromancy. Careful now. That's a trap.
I trust that our bargain reaches well.
No keyhole, no handle. There must be a hidden mechanism. I hear a door opening. All this knowledge hidden from inquisitive minds. Such a pity. I can feel my source powers drip. My lucky day. A third pyramid. This is quite the antiques collection.
I trust that our bargain reaches a satisfactory conclusion. Well.
The servant emits a... The creature warns you. The servant's gut... And you thought Rivellon was flat. The servant emits a...
Prepare yourself. Meet your maker.
The salamanders... The servant emits a menace. The servant emits a... The dusty staircase leads to another hatch, which, no matter how... The dusty staircase, no matter how...
What's this? I found something.
The servant emits a... The creature warns you... The servant's guttural... This door is locked tight. This door is locked. The spider spindles right one delicate... The spider's one delicate leg reaches out and traces the line of your...
Prepare yourself.
Now is not the time for a bath.